When you type a URL into your browser and press enter, a lot of things happen behind the scenes in just a few milliseconds. Let's break it down step by step. First, a user types a URL. A URL is simply the address of a website. A URL usually has four main parts. First is the scheme. This tells the browser how it should connect to the website, for example HTTP or HTTPS. Next is the domain. This is the main name of the website, like example.com. Then we have the path. You can think of this like a specific folder inside the website. Finally, there is the resource. This is the exact page or file you want to see, such as a product page. Now you press enter. Step 2 begins. Your browser first checks its cache. The cache is a small memory where the browser stores information from previous visits. It checks if it already knows the IP address, for example .com. An IP address is like a phone number for a website. It tells your computer exactly where the server is located on the internet, but what if the browser does not know the number? Then we move to the next step, DNS lookup. The browser asks the DNS for help. DNS stands for Domain Name System. It works like the phone book of the internet. It takes a name like example.com and finds the correct IP address of the server. Now the browser knows where to send the request. Next comes step 3, the TCP connection. Your browser creates a connection with the web server. You can imagine this like building a pipe between your computer and the server so information can travel between them. Step 4 is the TLS handshake. TLS is a security system that protects your data. During this step, the browser and the server verify each other and create a secure encrypted connection. This means that hackers cannot read the data being sent. Now the secure connection is ready. Step 5 is the HTTP request. Your browser sends a request to the server. It basically says, "Hello, can you please send me the page for the laptop?" Step 6 is the server response. The server receives the request. It prepares the page and sends back all the necessary data. This usually includes HTML, CSS, images, and JavaScript. Finally, we reach step 7, render the page. Your browser receives this data and starts building the page. It reads the code and paints the web page on your screen. And just like that, the page appears and you can now see the laptop. All of this happens in just a few milliseconds. And that is what happens every time you type a URL into your browser. Now, let's create a small demo to see this process in action. We will use Python and the Flask framework to build a very simple web server. Flask is a lightweight web framework that makes it easy to create web applications with only a few lines of code. In this demo, we create a basic Flask application. The application defines a route called /products/laptop. A route is simply a URL path that the server knows how to handle. So when a user visits /product/laptop, the server runs a function that sends an HTML page back to the browser. This HTML page is called a laptop.html. Inside this page, we add a simple structure, a title, a heading that says laptop, a short description, and an image. The image file, laptop.png, is placed inside the static folder so the browser can load it. When the browser receives the HTML file, it reads the code, loads the image, and renders the page on the screen. Now, let's start the server and test our demo. When the server starts, it will show a local address that we can use to access the application. But, as you can see, this address is an IP address, not example.com. If we want to use example.com instead, we need to create a simple DNS mapping on our computer. To do this on Windows, go to the system host's file location, open Notepad as administrator, and from there open the host's file. Once the file is open, add a new entry that maps the IP address of your local server to the domain name example.com. After you save the host file, your computer will know that whenever you type example.com, it should connect to that IP address. Before testing, it's a good idea to restart the web server to make sure everything is running correctly. Now let's try it. Open a browser and send a request to example.com with the correct path. As you can see, the request reaches our server and the HTML page is successfully rendered in the browser. If you would like to watch more lessons like this, take a look at the courses section on the channel. And if you want to support us, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Keep learning.